Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to Factorio MASA, where I am joined, as ever, by Mangled Pork, Steve Joe, and Arumba. How are you all doing?
I'm doing.
Very well.
You're doing. That's wonderful. I would hate for you to stop doing.
I'm currently replacing all of the... Well, not replacing, but fixing all of the corners of the trains.
What's wrong with them?
So that they have walls and shit. Walls and concrete.
Nice. Nice. I was wondering about that. Where are you right now? I'm going to come down and have a look. I always struggle with that.
Yeah, I noticed that you guys started using concrete. I like that a lot. It looks really good. Although it's a little bit annoying to walk through.
The walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of need to walk with the train.
Yeah.
It's a bit dodgy, but...
Be
Like,
cool.
you know, get on a train.
What you could set up? You could set up the train crossing that's circuit.
Ooh, I would love
controlled.
to see that in an actual game. I've read about it, but I've never actually seen it built and used
Have you
it.
not done it? It's actually it's a really, really simple circuit network.
When I read about it, it seemed very simple, but I just I haven't actually done it in game. I've never done it. So.
Well, we definitely need one in order to get down from the train here. This is why I like having train base. Is you make them safe, but then you have a reason to do funky stuff like making crossings and things. But yeah, let's set that up down here. I'll move the pipes around so that you can actually continue the wall out.
Where do we need one?
Well, anywhere around here would be fine. Just crossing this path down to the energy production.
I've just found an injured biter, specifically a spitter, just wandering about in the wilderness on its
How
own,
injured
doing
is it?
nothing.
How
it was
injured?
half dead. Out of 200 health, it was
Quick,
like
give it food.
127.
Feed it.
Live with
Take
the
care of
biters.
it.
You need
Yeah,
to
It's currently
take
shooting
it.
at me.
Take it as a wife, Bentham. Like you did that one time.
That didn't happen, damn it.
Sly dog.
This thing is just shooting at me. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it with a tank shell.
No, don't do
It's a
that.
quicker death. It's already dead.
No, it's really not. That's the problem.
The tank shell was through the head. That was my thinking. Instant annihilation of the brain. So no feeling maybe. Also, I got the most gruesome biter kill a minute ago because there was this one biter left that was chasing me,
Right.
and I was firing back at it and doing nothing. So I just slowly came to a halt. It came up behind me, and then I just very slowly reversed over it.
Marvelous.
It's like, aha, I have you now. No.
I've
I
just
love the way he imagines that they talk to him as well.
I've just realized what power poles remind me of sometimes in Factorio. You guys, you know the game Jenga, right?
Yeah.
It's when you try to pull out a power pole and you're not sure if it's an important one or not, it's just like playing a game of Jenga. Let's see what happens when I pull this one.
It might be fine,
shit.
or
That's
all the
used.
power might die.
Yeah, that is actually a fairly reasonable observation, to be fair.
How many times did you just say fair?
A fairly reasonable observation, to be fair. 2 times. I really
fair number
don't
of times.
think that you...
You should have just said that a fair number of times.
I really don't... Wouldn't have pegged you for someone who needed help counting to 2. 3 maybe, but not 2.
I just wanted you to count. I thought it was. I just wanted to give you a hard time about it. Oh, that was important. Nope. See, that was an important one.
Yeah, that was an important one. I was like, why is the base flashing? Oh,
Oh no! I don't know why it's not working anymore.
no. Have you put the power pole back?
Okay,
I mean,
Still nothing.
yeah.
Let's try this. Okay,
Ah,
there we
There
go.
we go.
There we go. Okay, that's
fine
that's where it needs to be connected. Gotcha.
I was like, oh no, that was an important power pole. Just sat here waiting. He's like, Arumba, we've established it was an important one. Are you going to put it back?
Maybe
I'm
someday.
growing concerned. Oh man. Right, Bentham,
Yes.
We're out of iron ore, by the way.
come back up to the little smelter area.
All right. Oh
That's
yeah, the
impressive.
iron's doing terribly. That reminds me, half the reason that I was grabbing the concrete earlier was so I could build a road between the base and here, so my car could get
This
here.
is
Don't
why
get run
I've,
over! Jesus!
It's okay. I've got loads of
I guess,
food.
yeah, you would have been fine, but still.
This is why I actually have my rails side by side like that as well. Is specifically that I have the power poles running on one side, and then I have a road running on the other side. So there's always a safe place to drive next to the rails. Or that's the idea, anyway. But
I didn't notice before you've reversed the way the rails work so that you can have the signals on the outside and have the rails right next to each other.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. I mean, it'll only be on this little section, so it won't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But that's generally how I build my rail stuff. But yeah, I think we've got an obvious winner here.
Right, there's two questions. What do you want to have right away? The trains, or the gates?
Oh, the
'Cause
gates.
I prefer to have the trains having right away.
I mean, the thing. Oh, right, yeah, yes. The trains can have right away. In that, if there is a human already on the crossing, the trains just won't be allowed to go through regardless. Unless you're. I mean, how are you wiring it up? Because there are two ways of wiring it. One is dangerous but funny, and the other one is safe.
But not funny? Let's go with the funny one.
Oh, well, there we go. Set it up for. Set it up so the trains have a true right of way on those rails. Yes, you can cross, and if the train's already going there, we're not going to let you open the gate. But if you're already on the tracks, well, you took your life in your own hands when you decided to cross them.
Wait, so can it be one where the track, like where the gate shuts before you can get out of the?
Yeah, well, that's the two ways of doing it. One is if there's anything in the crossing, then it has right of way. The gates just won't open. But the other way is that you can go into the crossing as a person, but whichever thing has got the right of way, well, takes precedence. So if the train is coming and you're on the crossing at the time that it decides it wants to go through that part of the track, the gates lock. You're stuck there. And it's like, yep.
I approve of this. This is the best option. Coming.
That is much more funny if you have the two rail side-by-side system that I have, because there's no room to get out of the way. You're literally just locked there. It's like, well, I regret my decision.
This is my life and indeed death now.
Indeed. Good times. But yeah, so clearly that one is the much better, because you can just power it like that. Just one thing right in the middle, and it powers everything. It's very neat. Do you not think so?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
I was wondering, like, maybe if we had them, like, if we... That wouldn't make sense. I was thinking you could put them, like, along the edges instead, but then you would have to have an extra belt for the next column and stuff.
Yeah.
If you only had one column, then it would make sense, because then you could just have all the power running along the outside. But I imagine you'll have a few all in a big block.
Mm-hmm. Now, the thing is, packing them that densely is only possible with tunnels, unfortunately. The only way they can pack them that densely. Which is not something I particularly like, I'll be honest with you.
Well, I mean, with having the power on the side, you would just stick a substation there.
Yeah.
And then the next one would be like that, and so on.
No, I meant for carrying the materials away. Because right now, this is big enough to get the materials into the furnaces. But to get them out, you basically need to do finagling with belts, with underground belts. It would work.
That's the point. I completely forgot about how you actually get outputs.
Oh yeah, well, that's why this gap is there. So you basically output to the bottom and the top, but you have to do it with underground. You have to insert directly onto the underground tunnel section. Which is not something I really like. So, I'm not sure.
Something like this, would you, so that they could both...
Yeah, basically, and it would always output to the side, and then you'd have a little run of materials in that kind of gully area.
We could make this gap one wider, and then it would line up nicely because everything's in threes already. 3 wide, and then you have another 3 wide here, and then you could have a normal belt in the middle.
Well, if you do that, it no longer fits perfectly with the power. I guess it doesn't really matter. You could just have them in blocks of 4. But if you're going to be doing that,
you're gonna have another substation up here anyway, aren't you?
No, because like the thing is that literally is all powered by one substation. So you could just copy this. You could have 4. Oh well, no, actually, yeah, you're right. You're quite right. Because I was just staring at this. Yeah, you're exactly right. Yeah, you could do that. That would work perfectly. And then you just ferry it out. Alternatively,
if you make the gaps 3 wide, it should work.
You can.
But you could even just use these to power it in that case, because of the. But then, that would look neat. That would be its advantage. Oh, but you would have to have like 2 of them next to each other like that instead. Yeah, just keep with the substation.
Yeah, I think the substation's better. It's less brain hurty. The other thing is
brain hurty.
It is. Yeah, it is less brain hurty.
I like it.
The alternative is you could. Well, let me play around with a little setup. I mean, I'm fairly happy that setup is the tighter one of them in terms of how it's all set. Oh, you stole my stuff, you thieving scallywag!
I didn't mean to. What did I take?
Everything that was important.
All the fancy insertions.
We've got.
See, I didn't.
These going down like that. We could just have a single row taking out, or even a double row taking out. So we'd have to expand it quite a lot, but you could then have everything dumping onto 2 lanes, just carrying it away in the inside. I really don't know which would be more efficient.
In this case, if you wanted, you could get rid of these gaps here, and instead you could do.
Oh, yeah, I see where you're coming from. Yeah, you could totally do that actually. I mean, you'd still need power on the other side, but
it doesn't quite reach.
Yeah.
And on the other side, you can't do it because every bit of the belt needs to be in place.
Yeah. I'm still thinking that maybe the best way to do it, the furnaces offloading onto side running belts. I actually, there's a part of me that likes that aesthetic as well, I'll be honest. So let me just quickly set up a demo. But you suggested having it just 3 wide, or was it 4 wide even? I mean, 4 wide would make it a little bit.
Well, you could do 4 wide actually, yeah. That would still work.
We'd probably still have enough room for the substations as well.
More logistics slots.
Hooray!
Getting a bit excessive now, isn't it?
I'm not even using as many as the vanilla game gives you.
Really?
You're probably not used to having as many as you've got right now.
I can remember in the distant past, I think I think there was a point where there used to just be like 15 slots maybe, and I think I used them all once that time.
I remember not having them.
Yeah, I use a lot. I request.
Well, yeah, there was the
kinds of
time
stuff.
when it didn't exist at all.
That was a very sad time.
Dark times. A grim time, one might say. So you'd have your output going along lanes like that, and just crisscrossing.
Yep, that'd look quite pretty actually.
Yeah.
Are you intending to have a second belt here as well?
Yeah, it'd basically be this.
That'd be really cool.
Just move to the side. Thank you. They'd all be going in the same direction. So, like that. And then running across along. So yeah, I think I'm fairly happy with that setup actually.
I mean, it's gonna look awesome when it's running.
Certainly not space efficient, but it looks good. And frankly, that's all that matters. Like,
Aw, upgrade planner.
Also grabbing off this.
Upgrade planner has a limit to the amount of things you can do. I remember last time we recorded, there was a bug. I made the game crash by trying to upgrade plan small electric poles into medium electric poles. So note to self, note to you guys as well, don't do that. It's bad.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for the
I
warning.
feel like that should work.
I do too. I don't know why it doesn't.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. Doesn't work. It's bad.
Right. Bentham, how are you with setting up unloading?
Depends on what you want.
Well, allow
With
me.
the space here, is it?
It needs to have regular filter inserters taking off because the way I set up this Omni station is it just unloads anything that's on the train. Kind of assuming that you're not going to send a train here that doesn't have something to smelt on it. And then these get ferried off into boxes. It just stores all the ore in a central storage area. But the way it works is as those are getting full, it turns off the filter that allows it. Like these filters will read what they're meant to be unloading, what's an allowed resource to unload, based on that. Which is why we need the trigger down here. Is because, for example, if a train is here with stone, but we've got so much stone already, it's kind of backstuffed, then stone will be turned off, and as a result, the inserters simply won't even try to unload the train until it needs stone again. So that's why I have this little system down here just to say, yeah, you need to get out of the way. You're taking too long.
Yeah.
But all it needs to do is unload into boxes in exactly the same way as it normally would, then a stack inserter, and, 4 long, basically. Could you set that up?
Yeah,
It doesn't need to be
inserters,
anything super fancy or anything like that. It just needs to unload all those. Actually, before you do, if you've got an upgrade, if you've got a blueprint, it'd be really amazingly useful if you just set these to set the filters based on, well, just have them set filters whilst being part of a circuit network. So that way I can just hook them all up and it'll be fine.
And just copy and paste this here.
Yep. And then however you want to deliver it over to this side, just do that. And then I will set up the storage bay for all of our ores. There'll be a significant storage capacity here. Because go big or go home. Let's see. About where? If we assume all 3 trains with all 4 wagons are unloading fairly regularly, bear that in mind in how you're going to deliver the ores or whatever to the side. Bear in mind throughput, but knock yourself out otherwise. Not literally, you understand? It's hard to do work when you're unconscious. There we go. Let's get all this done. I worry that I might not have enough chests. Well then. Once I unlock, or once substations are unlocked, I just feel compelled to place down a substation first and then base everything else on how efficiently I can use what the substation gives me in terms of electricity without having them to overlap, because I hate it when a substation is wasted. For some reason, I hate it more than a regular power pole.
They're very expensive.
Yeah, with the red circuits. Yeah, not cheap. I've shut down most of the bus for the moment because we have no iron.
Right here.
Until we get iron ore, we can't really solve that problem either. We're completely out of iron right now.
Until we get iron ore, we can't solve the iron problem.
This is true. We're just
That's
completely out. We got a third of a million of copper ore, but no iron ore.
A third of a million.
Iron 1 and Iron 2 appear to still have iron in them.
Iron 1 and Iron 2 are very low.
Yeah, I imagine there's not much left now.
Yeah, if you look in the top left corner, you should see alerts from Get Another Resource
That's what
mod.
that is.
Yeah, it's letting you know that they're below 10%. That'll show all the time if you click to expand it, you can see all of the other ones as well that are above 10% capacity. They popped up last episode or 2 episodes ago. So it got below 10%.
I just ignored them because I didn't know what they were.
Never change.
Like, I'm sure Arumba or Studio will know what this is.
Oh wait, damn it! Putting it the wrong way.
Looks like we did just now get a shipment in. I'm just gonna shut down the old smelting because at this point, if we have no iron ore, we need to be doing beacon smelting. You gotta get value out of it.
Doesn't RSO mean that the further away the resource, the richer the resource is?
That's vanilla now too.
Oh, is it really vanilla? Oh, okay.
Yes.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they stole
Well, damn, that was like one of the main reasons I liked RSO.
Well, they didn't steal, but they took that from RSO and said that's a good idea. And they incorporated a lot of the RSO style into it.
That does bring up the topic. Like, how do you guys feel in regards to that? Where, do you feel that that's theft?
Not at all.
Where, I mean,
No.
no, neither do I. But some people really do feel quite strongly about it. If a vanilla, if they basically introduce modded behavior, or rather a behavior that was previously in a mod into the base game, some people feel quite offended by that.
I mean, it's nice if they give credit, but they're not required to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to take it
It's
to
certainly nice for them to give credit, though.
Yeah.
For
It's
me,
always nice
with,
if
like-
they like ask permission first. But then why on earth would a modder
don't.
say no?
They don't need to ask for permission in most cases. I mean, first off,
Well,
but,
yeah,
like,
it's just one of those things of like
It's nice.
they're
Yeah.
within the right to take it, but it's always like
yeah,
it's always a sign of a good developer if they're like, hey, your mod is really cool. Are you all right with us putting it in the main game?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they might just do it anyway, but
But we
Yeah.
want to ask you because we're nice.
yeah, being nice is nice. With like some of the stuff that I've done for the Paradox Interactive games, it's like, please do take it. And they even say like on their forums, like anything you post to the mod forum is owned by them. So when people are surprised by it, it's like, what did you expect?
Yeah.
It says right in the damn forum terms of service that they own your content, so duh. Anyway. To answer your question, no, I think it's perfectly reasonable.
Thank
Right.
you for taking the time to answer it.
Anyway, that's all we've got time for.
I don't care. I think you're lying. I think you made that up.
Probably.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to go with it. Whatever. Oh, well, we actually have gone a little bit over 23 minutes. Okay.
See?
Well, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. I am going to be continuing on setting up the initial systems for the Omni Smelter, and hopefully soon I'll be able to show it in action. But what are the rest of you working on at the moment? What can we expect to see in the next episode?
I'm getting iron.
Is your Omni Smelter beaconed? If it's not, then I'm gonna come beacon it.
Oh, that's a very good point. We should actually, yeah, I'll make sure the design incorporates beacons.
Sweet. Cool. Well, I guess we'll be back tomorrow then.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us, everyone. Until next time, take care.
Bye bye.
Bye.